Hello, this is Ambion of Ambion Spirit Gems and Readings, and here's another short video to help you in your journey of using stones and crystals in your metaphysical work. So, someone asked me tonight, how long should I leave my stones out in the moonlight or under the earth or whatever method you're using to cleanse your stones and crystals? How long should I leave them there, and how will I know when they're cleansed? And various people, it was a post on Facebook, various people were answering with 6 hours, 30 minutes, overnight, 30 days. I mean, there was all over the place. And I just replied, why don't you just ask? Why don't you just ask if this stone or crystal is appropriately cleansed for my metaphysical work? And I said, using a pendulum is one of the ways, or the way, that I personally use. If I have a doubt or I just have a feeling, it's always nice to just ask, right? And then the question was, well, how do I use a pendulum? So although this isn't directly using stones and crystals for metaphysical work, it's the use of a pendulum, but this is one way you can use to ask or know if a stone or a crystal that you utilize and that you've cleansed is appropriately cleansed for you to continue to use it in your metaphysical work. So here we go. So first thing is a pendulum. So this is, you've probably seen this sitting on my desk, and I've for years. This is a little ceramic raven, and attached to it is a piece of milky quartz. And this is a pendulum that I actually purchased at a metaphysical store. But if you don't have a pendulum per se, one thing, and I know a lot of people prefer to do this rather than buy an actual pendulum, which you can get in a lot of different sources, is they take a piece of jewelry that they wear a lot, and in this case I have my wedding band, and I take a silver chain, and I just put my wedding band looped through my silver chain. Oops. Kind of a horse, like when you tie a horse hitch to a post kind of thing. If I could do it, my goodness. I forgot how to do my horse hitch. There we go. And you can use this as a pendulum as well. And for me, and I think a lot of people, I'll ask a question that I know is the answer is yes, or I know is the answer is no, to kind of calibrate my pendulum. And I do that periodically to make sure that it's calibrated. So the trick to using a pendulum is being able to hold it still, because you don't want the movement of your hand or your breath or anything to move it. You want it to be the energy of what you're asking. And I'm just going to ask a question that I know the answer to, and that is my name Amy? That's my actual first name. And the pendulum moves forward and back, and for me that is a yes answer. And I'll ask another question, is my name Doug? Again, holding it still is often the hardest part. Is my name Doug? It's kind of going all kinds of directions. There it goes. And that's a back and forth. And for me, and how I read, that is a no. So just occasionally do that with your pendulum to calibrate it. But say you have a stone now that you've cleansed, and this one I'm pretty sure is cleansed. It's my labradorite palm stone, and I am just going to ask, is this cleansed and ready for metaphysical work? Oops, I didn't hold it still. That was cheating. Is this stone cleansed and ready for metaphysical work? And I'm getting that back and forth motion, so that lets me know that it is cleansed. So that is one way that you can utilize a pendulum. You can use a pendulum that you can purchase at a metaphysical shop. You can make your own out of crystals or gems. Or, like I said, some people like to use a piece of jewelry or something that they keep on their body or they wear a lot. In this case, I've used my wedding band, but you can use, any kind of necklace, jewelry, anything suspended from a chain or a string to utilize as a pendulum. So I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.